Thank you for joining me for what I'm more or less calling my story/spoiler run through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is your warning that from this point forward, this video and all of the videos in this series are full of spoilers and speculation for the complete story in Rebirth, so everything we're given in-game. It will be looking at ideas and elements from Remake, as well as the original Final Fantasy VII, start to finish, so including beyond where we are in the story, the whole story start to finish of OG7. It will be incorporating ideas and plot elements from the books, On the Way to a Smile, The Kids Are All Right, Tale of Two Pasts. It will probably come up once or twice discussing Advent Children, the movie, and I will give you fair warning, it is such a convoluted story. And going back through it, for how many times I've watched other people play, I've watched my play, I've recorded these videos, as many times as I've gone through it, there's always new ideas and thoughts that I have while doing stuff, so you'll see little interruptions occasionally throughout the video, like this! And those are just, during the editing process, something I forgot to mention. I came in and thought of it, and so added it in After Effects. So if those are annoying, sorry, but it is what it is. So I want these to generate discussion. I want to hear your thoughts, so please join me in the comments. Tell me things that maybe I missed. If you see something you missed, let me know. If you think I'm wrong about something, please. If you think I'm going off into crazy town, if you think I'm on the right track, great, let's talk about it. Maybe discussion will raise some more ideas. Anyway, without further ado, thank you for joining me. I love this game. Hopefully you do too, so let's get into it.
The place we're headed is called the Dust Bowl, and it is nasty. Once upon a time, it was where the Gold Saucer employees used to live.
Much better than calling it Corel
When
Prison.
hordes of fiends started appearing, the staff relocated up top, where it was safe. The building's vacant. All sorts of lowlives, ruffians, and ne'er-do-wells swooped in to stake their claim. Ah, the place it could have been. Tears me up inside.
So, basically another wall market.
Ha! A paradise compared to this cesspool. Set one foot inside and it's farewell freedom, so long dignity. I mean, why
So,
else
Don
do you
Corneo's
think they
mansion.
started calling it Corel Prison? Except that prison's got no bars, no rules. Mugging, maiming, murdering. It's all on the table. In summary, prepare yourselves for one seriously cold reception.
This is our stop.
I assume that's always on fire at all times, and it wasn't just someone lit it on fire just, for our presence. Let's see, where the... Oh, I was about to say, I know there's a vulture somewhere. There it is. Which I didn't see at first, one of my first playthroughs, so when Gus mentions his vultures, follow one of my vultures, I was like, what are we talking about, dude? And I was slightly surprised to see an actual vulture that we had to follow around.
Nobody home?
Oh, they're home, all right. Stay sharp.
Yep, see? There's one right there. There's one right there. There's plenty home. We don't see that guy up there. Nope, we don't see him. No, definitely not the spiky hair sticking up over the top of the roof. No one would see that.
Shit.
Oh no, we're surrounded.
Welcome to Corel Prison, bitch. Rise and shine.
They're nice.
Top of the morning to ya. Whoa, now.
Awfully
You
sweet of them
wouldn't
to
try
just
that if I
leave
was
you with your weapons on, of course.
All right, follow me.
With some serious earrings there, dude. That BG for like Big Gus or something.
There. Hey, boss! Your guests are here! Woo! Hell yeah!
Allow me to welcome you to my desert oasis, Cloud.
Welcome!
Cloud, right? The Merc for hire?
Got it in one, boss man.
But which one of you is it?
Yeah, it looks like
Is it
BG
you?
on the
Maybe you?
big
Or
damn
is it the
earrings there.
pooch? I'm just messing with you. That there is our man.
I don't think we've met.
Of course we haven't met. You got brain damage?
Dumbass.
I'm not the type of player folks tend to forget.
Just look at it.
Now, you may not know me, but I know you. And why do you think that is,
Why do you think?
Mr. Mercenary? Ha! I'll tell you why. Because it's my business to know.
Yeah.
And what kind of businessman would I be if I didn't have the scoop on the man who brought down Donnie C?
Yeah,
Let me
think
just say,
about it.
bravo. Well done.
We're looking for someone.
Hey there,
A
hi
man-
there, ho there. No need to explain. Intel's my bread and butter. Really gotta tell you twice? Uptown secrets always trickle down. Which is why I'm ever so certain that you'll be useful.
What do you want?
So the son of a bitch with a gun for an arm, I got him under lock and
Oh.
key, out in the middle of the dunes. Now I'm a generous guy, so I'd be happy to tell you where to
Now
find
notice,
him. But only if I get a little
Gus is the only one who held up his left arm
Understand? That little
for the gun. He didn't do the universal gun hand symbol, but he held up his left arm saying the son of a bitch with a gun for an arm.
Because
that's the one he has locked up.
Broad freaking daylight. So I ain't about to give him up for free. You think my prison runs on good deeds? No, sir. It runs on guilt. So much goddamn guilt!
Okay. Bit intense
So yeah,
there.
Gil, that's what I want. And relax. I know you don't have it on you.
I have
but got
way
an
more
idea
gil
on
than
how
you
can scrape some
could ever
together.
need, dude.
I'm entering you and one lucky chocobo in the races, and you are gonna win. On that note, till you bring home the bacon, I'm gonna hold on to your piggies.
Help us out, pal!
Hey, chill out, kiddo. We'll take excellent care of you. Unless you fail to deliver, in which case, well, let's just say there are plenty of other ways to raise the funds I require. Can put a price on anything.
Frick.
That's Gus to you. Got that, jockey boy? As for all those pesky race details, talk to Garth here.
I got you, boss man.
Don't let me down, huh?
The character's obnoxious, but I think they did a good job translating and updating him from
All right,
what we got
Mr.
originally.
Merc, let's go meet your bird.
All right, BG.
Better stick close, you hear?
Hey, creepazoids! What are you planning on doing with us? Suppose I could always ninja myself out of here.
Keeps them as pets. They're trained to lead people
Locked
lost
in a
in the
cage,
desert to
yeah,
safety.
But at least
Aw, Red.
That's right. You just follow me. Or run for it. Go on. See how far you get.
I don't make it plenty far, but you do technically have my friends locked up. Certainly nothing I with my giant sword could do about that.
Yo! Brought your new champ. He's all yours.
So, you're Cloud the Merc. Can't say I was expecting someone so pretty.
Pretty.
I'll be honest,
Hi, Mister.
that was my thought about her as well.
Pleasure.
Because I always assumed from OG that Esther was a freaking robot.
Aren't you that kid from the
I said it in my normal playthrough.
You
You
two
look at
know
her
each other?
original image, and like it just, I always struck me that she was a robot.
When these ones nabbed
I was
us.
very surprised to see
Hold
a
up. How
normal
about you
human
tell
being,
them the
much less a
real
pretty
story?
one.
How you were dying
So,
out there
you know.
in the dunes? How we saved your scrawny ass?
Like I think she was described as weird looking.
Shit.
So,
Oughta batter
you
that
want me to
bird of
race
his and
Pico?
throw it in a fryer.
The one and only. When you're ready to head up to the stadium, just speak to your babysitter over there. Vegetables are hard to come by down here, so I'd be happy to buy yours.
Okay. Esther doesn't need the practical shoes like Elena has, so Esther can have the platform boots.
So, you ready or
Hold on, I wanted to talk to Billy.
Ain't got all day here.
Clearly you do.
Pico's as ready as he'll ever be. If you can't win, you got no one to blame but yourself.
Okay, that was pointless.
So,
Alright.
about time. Let's get this show on the road. Come with me.
Actually, on second thought, I'll take him up top. That work for you?
Say what? Fine. You want to go roll in the hay with this idiot? Go wild.
And on that note, follow me. It's hard to believe this is the same Pico that nearly died in the desert. You should have seen him that first day, the poor boy.
Come on, Pico de Gallo, let's go.
Chocobo. Couldn't so much as give us a quail without coughing up sand. He's a whole new bird now, though. Might even have what it takes to win. Question is, do you? Even the
I'm sure he
fastest
might have
chocobos
given you
can't
a
win Jack
better
without the
response
right
if you had
jockey.
asked him the right
I've seen my fair
questions.
share of promising birds wasted on riders who didn't know their asses from a hole in the ground. Believe me, in the racing world, it's all about who's holding the reins. Okay, on you go.
Competing in the race today?
Yep.
We'll get your bird prepped for you. Just sit tight in the jockey lounge. And no wandering off, okay?
Where am I gonna go? I do like to see all the different bird outfits and stuff here. Pretty cool. I got a bluebird too. But not sitting on my shoulder. Alright, here we go. Hey, Joe!
Hey there, Joe.
Why, Esther, you grow lovelier by the day.
Uh-huh, sure I do. Oh, where are my manners? This here's Joe.
Not
He's one of
100% sure
Sam's
what to make of
jockeys.
Joe in this version.
And as much as it pains me to admit it, the man's far and away the best rider in the sport.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Because, I mean, he's cocky, but he has also earned it, which is
An
fine.
up-and-coming star of the track.
He doesn't trash
And
talk,
all
which I'm
ours.
cool with.
Be sure to wave hi when he laps you.
Well, sounds like you got a fan, son. I wonder though.
It's a little bit
you
condescending,
in
which I'm
love
not
with your
cool with.
skills, or with one of them smoldering looks?
Don't see why it can't be both.
About time I had some competition. Assuming Esther's not full of it. For both our sakes, I hope she isn't.
So Joe was mentioned in Crisis Core. There's someone who mentioned like a dashing rider of a black chocobo who fought off some fiends and helped him or something like that. Like so, from Crisis Core lore, which is obviously several years before this, seemed like he was a stand-up guy. I believe that was before he had come here and made a name for himself racing. So, all right, I have to go through this real fast. And then we get to race for real. So I do need a reminder on button. It's been a while. R2 drift, okay. I wasn't sure that shortcut worked. Okay, we've done all the things. Okay, and I remember to race now.
You ready to make your debut in the racing world?
Yes, I am, Esther.
Our next race will begin shortly.
What's up,
All
y'all?
participating jockeys, please proceed to the paddock.
You weighing yourself down with some ice cream, buddy?
You good to go?
Yes, and diddly doodle. Alright, I am a Pico racer. Pretty sure I won every single race in the game with this gear setup on Pico. I did a couple with the Mecha Chocobo, I guess, but didn't really see anything in his performance that would have been better than if I had had Pico with me. Hey, Joe. Hey, Hyperion. You will always be Teo to me.
Here's a secret. I survived that recent shooting.
I mean, everybody
You're not
else in the
talking
world
about the
survived at
Colosseum,
Palmer
Are you?
because they weren't there either.
Yes, I was there. Or I would have been had I not gone to the bathroom just before.
That's amazing. You're so lucky.
Aren't I just? Which is why I know my bird's a winner. Ooh, what a scrumptious looking parfait. And with plenty of butterscotch, I see.
Bottoms up.
Ooh.
Like the little golden saucer symbol on the side of the glass. To see the actual gold saucer on it, I mean.
Got eyes on him?
Oh, I'm fine.
See, Rude has the stamp
Do you know how
song
hot it is out
that
here?
as I call
I'm
it.
melting. God, what asshole decided our uniforms had to be black?
She said to the guy who chooses to wear black on black on black.
Freaking better. And bring something cold to drink. Or better yet, ice cream.
Is vanilla
No
okay?
vanilla. Seriously, I'm getting heat stroke over here. I'm gonna die. You want that? Do ya?
Poor Rude. He misses
Wish
his
you were
buddy.
here, partner.
Blues get the speed. At once. Get back here. Oh, that's right, Joe. Closing on you. Come on, dude. Joe. Where'd you go? Solemnitude Manor? That's your name for your home there, Gus? Glad he let him out of prison to watch the race, I guess. Or his little cell there, not really prison. Yeah, Pico.
I knew I backed a winner. You're the real deal, kiddo. I just provided the encouragement.
Yes, we know.
And thanks to you, my prison's gonna be a goddamn palace.
Good for you.
Oh, come on. Half that money's going into upgrades for his teeth, I'm sure.
But here in the desert, we like it hot, fiery, dangerous.
Yeah, I'll bet. Now where's our guy?
Easy, Snowflake. Solemn Gus is a man of his word. Are you scared I'll break my promise?
The way out
That
was
tunnel
here
over
all the
there will
time.
take you where you need to go. Past all that quicksand like a slippery little sidewinder. And at the other end, one of my beautiful vultures will be waiting to guide you through the desert. So be a good tourist. We got old Shooty McShooterson tied up nice and tight in a shack out in the scrapyard.
Where we just left him alone for no apparent reason.
But now he's all yours. Turn him over. Give him his just desserts. It's your call to make.
poke him with a stick.
There's no way Barret shot those people, right?
Are there any other gun-armed dudes who might have gone on a killing spree? We know him.
Now that you
Never
mention
do
it,
that.
Yuffie.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
All right, I'll see you in a second when we meet up with Barret.
Not good.
There we go.
Not good at all.
Run!
This way!
Barret?
Move!
It's not like we take cover in anything. We're still next to the car there.
I'll be chewing on sand for weeks.
Thank God we found you. We were worried.
You on the land, big guy?
The hell I am!
Ugh.
What are you guys doing all the way out here anyway?
Looking for
Notice
whoever decided to shoot up
the glasses are
Coliseum
on.
lobby.
They said the culprit had a gun for an arm.
They did, huh?
Tell me it wasn't you.
Frankly, it might as well have been.
Barret, talk to us.
I know the man who murdered all those people. Dyne. My best friend. It was 4 years ago. The Corel reactor had just gone up. Dyne and I had been to check it out, see what the deal was. But on our way back...
None of this makes any sense. That explosion could have brought down the whole mountain. So where the hell's Shinra?
That's a damn good question.
Whatever. We need to get back. Tell them what we found. God, no.
Yes, Barrett's not wearing dog tags at this point.
Barret! Dyne!
It's the mayor.
It's Shinra. They just showed up and started shooting. I think they're trying to cover up what happened at the reactor. To pin the blame on...
Hey!
Does seem like a bit of an overreaction on their part.
This ain't happening.
God damn it. The village. Marlene and Eleanor might still be there. You ready?
For what?
Still so quick to throw in the towel, ain't you? Come on.
Can't tell. It looks like Dyne has a dog tag on his chain next to the necklace.
Barret!
Dyne!
Honestly, do I have to do everything?
No, we know the one thing that Scarlet doesn't do is change outfits.
Which makes you liabilities. Oh, how very brave.
Yeah, I think there's a dog tag there.
So Marlene's...
I managed to get away, but I was bleeding out. Figured that was it. Until Doc Sheeran came along and saved me. Put me back together. Most of me, anyway. There was no saving my arm, so I made a call. Instead of the normal prosthetic, I chose a means to an end.
Guess Dyne had the same idea.
I guess he did. I'd resigned myself to the fact that he was dead, but if I'd known he'd survive too,
So that's why Dyne shot all those people? To get back at Shinra?
I don't know. And I saw him at the saucer. Saw the bodies and the bullet holes. But that's not who Dyne is. Whatever his faults, he's not a monster. If I can find him, talk to him, I know we can figure this out.
Well, okay. What are we waiting for?
No time like the present.
Okay, yeah, the reason I mentioned the dog tag specifically was, as far as I know, and I've never seen anything to indicate, Barret does not have a military history, which is where, in our world at least, we would normally think of someone getting dog tags. I had kind of wondered, because when we first get out of Calm, you know, it's like, oh, it's easy, we just head out this way, you left, and he breaks into a marching Jody, you know, the very most basic one, left, right, left, but still, which is not something that your average person necessarily would go into, but someone with a military history would very naturally sort of break into that. But yeah, I don't think he's ever had military history, just his work with Avalanche as a, you know, eco-terrorist. So my assumption is that the dog tags were something they got in Corel. You know, I mean, as miners, the accidents happen there, and so they might need to identify a body at some point, so the dog tags would make sense. Dyne has one, it looked like on his collar there, which could be his. The dog tags that Barret wears now, he has one for himself, and he actually has a dog tag for Marlene as well. So the two that he wears. Normally when you wear two dog tags, you wear two, really they're both you. But yeah, no, his second one is Marlene. And I only saw the one on Dyne, so Dyne obviously fell down still wearing it, so Barret wouldn't have, if it had been Marlene's, and he wouldn't have grabbed it, obviously, otherwise he would have found Dyne alive. So, kind of assume that if that's why they're wearing the dog tags, why wasn't Barret wearing his in that flashback? Maybe he just didn't have it with him, I don't know, but then when he found Marlene, he may have taken hers from the house where she was, or maybe had it made afterwards, I don't know. I don't know if there's any lore about that. I only know about the fact that he wears both of them from the Material Ultimania, or whatever it's called. Yeah. From Remake. This thing, which was my Father's Day present. Because my family's awesome. Alright, let's hop in. Meet you in a second.
And you're sure he's here?
We're sure.
sorry, but I need to do this alone.
And for this, he takes off the glasses. He takes off the shield to go talk to Dyne. Now, I will say, I don't think the story writers, the devs, make a whole lot of what I would say mistakes in the storytelling, the pacing, the plot, etc. They don't make a whole lot of mistakes. I think this section is one of the most glaring ones in my eyes, at least. And it's not the story, it's the order of the story. It's the pacing and the way they tell this particular section. Because what we get here that we're going to see is we get a fight with Dyne that is interrupted for no apparent reason with the sudden appearance of Shinra soldiers out of nowhere who come in the back way, and Cloud and co just totally miss them, apparently. And they run around and they stop them really fast. And then more apparently still get through and attack again. It's really kind of out of the blue and makes very little sense. And then Dyne gets shot and is dying. Barret's holding him in his arms. We cut to Cloud, who then wanders around because now we have Palmer incoming, and Barret's just sitting there the whole time while we fight Palmer in his giant mech. And then we go over and we say hi to Palmer, and then we get the buggy with Dio and we take off. How much better and more appropriate would the pacing and the storytelling here have been if Barret goes in and starts his conversation with Dyne, and then while he's in doing that, Palmer shows up, and Cloud and company are like, oh crap, let's stop him, let's keep Barret safe. So they turn around and fight Palmer, maybe with some sides, little Shinra troopers. But while we're busy with Palmer, then, in one of the little mid-battle cutscenes they always give us, we see a bunch of troopers go rushing past. Those would be then the ones that get past us to attack Dyne and Barret. And maybe then at the very end we finish the battle with Palmer and we rush over there. At least you see us going to attack them. Now we cut back to Barret, do the Dyne fight, so now it makes sense this is happening while the other fight is happening. The troopers show up. Everything else plays out exactly the same. Cloud stops them. They come after having stopped the troopers, and Dyne dies. Cloud and co come rushing in. Oh crap. There's a more immediate impact of Barret's pain and grief in that moment of what's happening. And then on the heels of that, Dio still shows up, maybe slightly less flamboyantly. Don't want to ruin the moment too much. But then the helicopter and the chase scene and the gunning, etc., still play out the same, which again, you go straight from that to Barret's I got this and taking care of everything, instead of him having sat there with Dyne's body in his lap for the last 10 to 15 minutes and then, okay, now we're all loading up, now he gets this moment. The pacing of this whole section is just really off for me from a storytelling perspective. And if they just switched those couple things around, I really think it would have nailed it, and it just feels like such a miss for me, at least. The last note on here that is again in the I do appreciate that this gunning at the troopers and the helicopter section, the training for this was the rail car with Yuffie. And you think about Barret still, that teaches you how to do Barret's movement on a forced track area that you can't control your steering. And, so you learn while pulling the trigger, you move slower, so release the trigger when you need to move around the screen faster. And you have triangle button for certain enemies to deal with, but now you're not throwing UV star, you're shooting the overcharge button. And now then they're going to evolve it and add on having to reload and having to steer where you are to avoid attacks, etc. But the basic training for it was the minecart, which you don't know that's what you're getting, and I didn't realize it at first, but that's basically what it was. And now we get this. So that part, at least, great. Good job, devs, giving us a training without even letting us know that's what it was. But yeah, storytelling here, bit of a miss. So one thing I do appreciate that they improved here is that Dyne doesn't come out of this scene wanting to kill Marlene, which is what he did in the original. It was basically, well, Marlene's alive? Wow, okay. I guess you and I are going to have to fight then, because I want to take Marlene to her dead mother, and you're going to want to stop me from doing that, so I guess we got to fight over whether or not I get to kill my daughter. Which was just freaking weird. Like, he was insane, and he's still insane, but it's still really weird in the original.
As I live and breathe.
And I do appreciate the ending of this where Dyne still dies, and it's not exactly suicide, but he's clearly throwing himself in the way of the bullets to, you know, he is clearly saving Barret, but not in a moment of lucidity and protecting his buddy necessarily. It's not all cool between them suddenly, because he still gives that final line about carrying the burden and the guilt.
Where's Myrna? She ought to be here.
Dyne, what happened to you?
But man, again,
I don't see a
with of all the people, they frickin' nail Barrett's voice and facial expressions in his sections. Absolutely nail it. Doesn't matter whether it's remake when he's, you know, going in with Marlene, or Biggs and Wedge and everybody after the plate falls. Barrett's emotional moments are just heart-wrenching, and it's because they do such a great job with it.
Hell's his kind doing here? You son of a bitch. Still living on Shinra's gill.
No, man. It ain't like that. Dyne! Stop!
So he's seeing Shinra approach here. Not seeing Cloud necessarily, but seeing Shinra approaching.
Go on, then. Do it.
Still could have played into this, why he turns against him, and those lines would have been fine.
I'm here to help you.
Now this line right here. Fantastic callback to remake.
You? Here to help me? He's here for you. To take the load off your shoulders, right?
If you remember back right after the first bombing in remake, and Barrett's talking to the other members of Avalanche, and he says, you know, hey, I'm here for you. I'll take the load. I know you got your doubts. I know you got your problems, but hey, give me your thing. I'm here to help bear that burden. And he delivers almost word for word there. So you get the sense that this is something Barret has said, the kind of sentiment he's expressed before, and it is being thrown back in his face like a brick. And I mean, it's a brilliant callback from the first game, that even if you didn't notice it or play it or something, I mean, it's still a great line, but if you recognize that he delivered it in the first one, so this is clearly something he's said before, and Dyne is flinging it in his face, love it. Love it.
Same old shit.
Yep. Alright, and I'll pick this up after the fight.
Stay back! This is between us. And no one else.
Just you and me, then. Right here.
And the scarring is on the opposite sides of their... And here we go.
No, Dyne. It's over.
Over? You think this is over? This ain't even close to over!
Then end it. Kill me. I can't live like this anymore.
Barret!
Stay away!
You'd like that, wouldn't you? A way out. But where's that leave me? Huh? I thought you wanted to help your own buddy.
Really concerned he was face stomping him when I first played this.
What? No wise words? Coward. When the going gets tough, he's gone.
I think Dyne's still wearing a dog tag.
You're right. About everything. I should have never believed him. But that money... I thought it'd change our lives.
Well, it changed them all right. You know, I can hear her now. Eleanor. As clear as day. Begging me to stop. Give you the benefit of the doubt. Saying you ain't done nothing wrong. But then who's gonna answer for what happened?
See here.
Oh, I know.
Where the hell did these guys come from?
Always Shinra!
We don't know. So see, rushing from the Palmer fight over here to stop these guys, I think would work so much better than them just miraculously appearing. And still shooting. And then another group appearing.
What's wrong with me? All the lives I took, just to fill the hole in my heart. Just to fill the void they left.
Stop covering up the dog tag, damn it.
See them again, and I know what I need to do, but I can't. I just can't. Eleanor and Marlene are waiting for me, but I can't bring myself to join them.
Marlene, she's alive. Just turned 4. She's in Midgar.
You can see Barrett's dog tags. I guess Dyne's doesn't look that like a dog tag.
Got her mommy's eyes.
It is a tag of some sort, but I don't think we get a close enough look.
Everything went down. I didn't know what to do. Myrna was dead. And I figured you were too. All I had was guilt and regret, and the weight of it was too much. But Marlene gave me the strength to carry on. She nearly died that day. House was about to come down when I heard her crying. And ever since, she's been my reason to get up in the morning.
You took my baby girl from me. You knew she meant the world to me. You knew, and still you took her.
That's not true.
Which is the crazy pants response to that scenario.
You took everything from me. Everything and everyone.
Because I do appreciate that their scars even are on opposite sides.
Go see Marlene right now.
Same side as their arm.
Look at me, Barret. You think I want Marlene to see what her father's become?
Stop.
With all this goddamn blood on my hands, how could I ever hold my daughter again?
He shoves Barret out of the way to get him down. Yes, he's going to attack Shinra there, but he definitely shoved Barret down out of the way. Barret is unarmed right now, so no pun intended. And those guys got past Cloud. How? Again, this part just it pisses me off the way it's set up, because it's a miss when it didn't have to be. Right here, where he could say something to absolve him, anything. Instead, he just piles it on more.
You carry that guilt, that weight.
Dyne.
Baby, I'm home. I missed you.
As they even show us the side of Dyne that was hurt. That was the side facing the camera that they gave us there. And he was whole.
Barret!
The one thing missing from that section from OG that I wanted there that they didn't give us was Barrett's response to the blood on the hands. I don't know whether I liked it or not, but it felt like such a strong line. Was just where he tells him in OG, it's like, I've got the same blood on my hands. I don't have any more right to pick up Marlene than you do. We're the same, man. And I think he says it after Dyne is dead. And it's just this, it doesn't lose anything by not being there, but I still just miss it. Just like the absence what marked for me, because I remember that line so strongly from the original. The fact that it wasn't here just kind of felt weird. But you get the sense with Barrett's story sort of drawing to a close. I mean, not his story to a close, but learning the history and his backstory and everything. That a lot of Barret his history has led him to trying to make up for his past. He's keeping Marlene safe, and I mean, her being there, taking care of her, that's his reason to get up in the morning. She's his reason for trying to make the world a better place. Ultimately, he has the hatred for Shinra, but it comes down to Marlene. It's all about Marlene and trying to make the world a better place for her, to take care of Marlene. And yeah, it has always felt like that's sort of where the message that he took, and why he feels so strongly about Marlene is because of the guilt that led to him having Marlene in the first place. So anyway, there's nothing really here for us until after Palmer's done, so I'll see you in a minute. I was wrong. There is one thing to point out here. And it's right there. Elena got her ice cream. I think I missed it the first time I watched it.
That said,
but yeah,
is it okay to let the director
Elena's just got her little ice cream there.
Were you going to stop him? Deploying riot control armor. All units are to pull back now.
So, good on her.
Well, have fun down there, boss man.
Okay. Now I'll see you in a second.
Have these posters out, Paul, man. Booking's canceled, Paul, man. Security's been slaughtered, Paul, man. Your chocobos and weapons, Paul, man.
And again, if the helicopter flew off, it would make more sense. Barrister's been sitting here for the last several
We gotta
minutes
go.
apparently.
They'll be on us any minute.
They're on us now!
And the helicopter went where? Just wondering, asking for a friend.
Fear not, friends. Your chariot awaits.
Dio?
I've been using this to eavesdrop. Can never be too careful. But you
Where
are
does he
innocent,
put that?
and I was wrong.
There are no pockets. No pockets at all.
By way of apology, I gift you this. You will receive a proper burial, I promise you.
Thanks.
And to come back
What
later,
are we waiting for?
there actually
Let's
is
go.
a burial site for Dyne.
Is this not a bit much, sir?
The safety of my every guest is paramount. I don't know what happened in Midgar, but to me it matters not. You are always welcome, my friend.
Ah, now Dio shakes his hand and Cloud return to the strong grip. Well, it took him a couple of tries to figure it out.
Okay. Does anyone know how to drive this thing?
Leave it to me, lass.
Now, this is a great moment for Cloud with his relationship with Barret, which was so antagonistic in Remake. Constantly butting heads,
He wanted me to live.
arguing with each other. You know, can you bite the hand that feeds you?
Well, we're here for you.
To help take the load off, huh?
Yep.
I mean it, man.
Yeah, I'm starting to think you might.
Come on.
Looks like this is goodbye, old buddy.
And there go the glasses. And now suddenly they're the troopers are here.
Now's your chance. Leave this riffraff to me.
Dude, you're way too cool for your own good, too. What are all those push-ups for? All the weight training and lifting you do. Excellent use of Pokeball power. Alright, I'll check in again when this is all done. But yeah.
You sit. I got this.
All right.
Yeah, you kind of are, dude. Elena, save the ice cream! Oh, it's gone. Superhero landing. Yeah, that was gonna work. No, there's a person on my hood. Poor Cait just trying to enjoy his ride sitting in Tifa's lap.
How'd I do?
Just fine.
I'd like to think Dyne would have been proud.
Yeah, I think he would.
Some dads you are.
You are an awesome dad, Barret. But I appreciate this position he finds himself in now.
Long past time my little girl knew the truth.
Imagine what that cost him to leave that picture there. And how he probably didn't mind that cost at all. Alright. Oh, look, it's another Cait doll. I'm sure that doesn't have any meaning. I want to jump in here for just a second, because the relationship of Reeve and Cait Sith and the rest of Shinra, and the Turks in particular, has always been a little interesting to me. And I mentioned it at some point in another video or later in this video series. I don't remember exactly when. So I'm not going to go too in deep into it right now. But this moment here just sort of reminded me, because there's a part of On the Way to a Smile where Reeve's ability to control Cait Sith is mentioned. And it's not a very big part, but the rest of the scene around it I find very interesting. And for a couple of reasons that I'll talk about in just a second. And this is in the Temple of the Ancients after Sephiroth has stabbed Sung. And this is him waiting to die or whatnot. And this is how he actually ends up surviving. Okay. It seemed to take a long time. He felt his consciousness slipping away, but the telltale rush of his spirit dissolving into the life stream had yet to come. And then salvation arrived in the form of Reeve. Well, actually in the form of a ridiculous animatronic cat riding a fat Moogle, which Reeve operated with a bizarre level of expertise. He called it Cait Sith, and he'd used the contraption to infiltrate Aerith's party and gather intelligence. "It looks like you're in a bad way, Sung," Cait Sith remarked. "Where's the black materia?" There was no reply. In fact, the robot didn't move at all. Sung was starting to wonder if it was malfunctioning when Reeve spoke again. "Sorry, I'm trying to operate 2 units at the same time. It's a little complicated." "I see." Sung didn't understand or care. He made himself be patient. "So, the black materia. I'm going to let Cloud's crew have it for now. Better that than Sephiroth getting a hold of it." Cloud. The young man was deeply involved with all these tumultuous events, but how was another puzzle to which Sung didn't have all the pieces. At the same time, it seemed inevitable that he was. Cloud was the key. Sung felt certain, but he could scarcely imagine what kind of door that key might open. If they wanted to prevent the activation of the ultimate black magic, Meteor, a spell with the power to destroy the world, better to let Cloud hang on to the black materia. "Cloud gets the black materia," said Sung. "Understood." "And Sung, I'll notify HQ of your status." "Thank you." "As for me, well, Cloud and the others found out that I'm spying for the company, but I'm going to stay with him anyway. They're an interesting bunch, or at least I'm interested in them. Now, hold on, I've got to move you." Sung had quite a few more questions, but as the large Moogle picked him up, the pain knocked him out. His recollection of what followed was hazy. And I apologize, my Sung accent's not too great, and my Cait Sith is a little off sometimes. Anyway, the scene, I think, is important for a couple of reasons. Number one, it explains a moment that I didn't know about nor understand for 20-something years, namely that Sung survived. Like most people on the American audience, I thought Sung died. And this was sitting out here, and apparently all along he lived. It was a bad translation that caused it. Won't get into it. But more importantly, really, I think, is the moment where is that Sung is logical and efficient and straight-laced. And he goes from, you know, he's waiting to die, and then gets to, you know, Reeve, who arguably has a higher level of authority, or at best equal. At best equal. Because Reeve is a director, Sung is head of the Turks, but I don't think that technically has a director level status, but I don't know that I would try and argue with him over authority. And so Reeve probably doesn't really have the ability to give him orders and make decisions for him. But here's Reeve saying, we're going to leave the black materia with Cloud. And Sung immediately works it out and says, you know, in his thoughts is like, okay, makes sense, this, no, okay, got it. Black materia stays with Cloud. And he is just no nonsense about it, and this is the dude that's on the verge of death. And I love it for his character. But far more importantly is his moment of realization that Cloud is the linchpin. And it comes up a lot in that book, and it's something that I will get into a lot more later in this series as we get towards the very end of this this story and spoiler series. Because he's 100% right. And it comes up a lot in the book, as I say, sometimes in little subtle quick skip across moments like that, and sometimes where it's the focal point of a whole page of very important goings on in the book. So I will read some excerpts of those pages when I get to that part in the series. So hopefully that's something to look forward to. Anyway, I thought this would be a good moment to bring this up, considering the fact that Sung is about to walk through the door here. Given the story they're telling, I'm glad that we find this out here, so if you don't already know, you may then suspect, wait a second, is this Reeve doing this? And, you know, with the Cait dolls, and then also that they're doing this to change things up to sort of lessen the, dude, they're putting your faces everywhere as criminals.
Don't have too much fun.
Yeah, on the subject of Sung's uniform, never ever unbuttons it, by the way. Always perfectly straight-laced. Everything. Pupper. Sort of.
You called, sir?
What is the status of the Ancient?
We still have eyes on her.
Is she looking for the Promised Land?
We don't believe so.
I see.
Is she a higher priority than the materia?
Not her so much as her birthright. It's a dream of mine, to see it with my own eyes.
Understood. We'll step up surveillance.
It's a dream of mine. How cute.
And now this is the first indication that Glenn is not all he seems, where we get the black smoke.
Oh, come on. You know me. And I know you, Mr. President. You and your fears.
But since very few people actually know who Glenn is at this point on a first playthrough, he could have these powers, we don't know. So
Pathetic, daddy-hating child.
I want to know why Rufus hates his dad
That
so much.
bratish exterior. Loneliness.
I don't deny it. Why would I? It's brought me all this.
Now that's the spirit I'm looking for. We really need more people like you. To give the world a shot in the arm.
What do you truly want?
Alright, and we're back to Zack. On the hunt for Biggs. As we get 2 Zack scenes back to back right before we go to into Gongaga.
Let's start this manhunt.
Alright. I don't remember that there's a whole lot to do. We're going to take a look around though. So obviously here's Miss Floric, I think, Folia, excuse me. Miss Folia, who her dream was to be a honeybee dancer. If you found her in a remake, you could interact with her outside the honeybee inn. So I think it's interesting that she's in the outfit here in this world. Even though there was plenty of time, she clearly could have been in her regular outfit when everything went down. She could have changed any point in the meantime, but no, she chooses to be in the honeybee outfit for this.
You were the guy with Aerith, right?
Yep, that's me.
So, are we never gonna get to be grown-ups?
No flowers for their wall.
As a dancer, you know. For the longest time, she tried to keep her
Go back this way at all?
Hell with it. Let's just do what we want. Start by robbing.
Yeah, Miss Folia is a dancer. Yeah, see, these people know their world is doomed to some degree. So the crack stretches across that horizon and over here. I want to know where the crack is, like how much of the sky has that up there. Because it's not like it's going in a circle necessarily. And it's, I mean, it could just be random cracks across the sky for all I know. Let's see if there's anything else that jumps out and presents itself here. If you're Benora White, if you're not familiar with it, Benora apples are the infamous dumb apples in Crisis Core, and Benora is where the finale of Crisis Core happened. It's near Medial, I think. I don't remember 100%. I'm pretty sure it is, though, as near as we can come. And it was collapsed and blew up and all sorts of went to hell over the course of Crisis Core. But it is also the location of where the Emerald Weapon was for a time, because you can see it in the caverns underneath Benora in Crisis Core. So now look, we have, here's the candy vendor.
Shit. Think that's Avalanche?
Could be.
Doubt it.
Or tried to.
There's the hair stall vendor guy. Is the camera dude over here? By any chance? No.
According to experts from Shinra's research and development,
This rift above Midgar, so it sounds like it's specifically over Midgar here. Interesting.
And is completely harmless. Additionally, Director Heidegger of Public Security had this to say in regards to the growing fear that the planet's demise is imminent. We're doing everything in our power to determine the nature of this rift.
If only we'd listened to those planetology people.
Let us accept it with humility.
Mm-hmm.
And in these final moments.
Bit of a lesson there, folks. Hello, Terrier Stamp.
#7 plate fell. So, honestly,
children of
the investigation into the strange rift that appeared above Midgar continues.
I know we can't go the wrong way here. We can't go back to the kids' playground. There are no more clocks out here, by the way, to look for. I've looked. I might have missed one, but pretty sure.
That was the church, right? Of all the places.
Yeah, see?
Why?
What just blew up was, they're saying, was the church. which is weird because it's in the same state it's always been in. When Cloud goes there in the last, or not Cloud, when Zack ends up there, the last stamp world, the Sheba stamp that where you see Johnny run past carrying the doll. That church is intact as it ever is, having had 2 people fall through the roof. But yeah, so I don't know why they're saying that the church is what blew up there, to be honest. Okay, wrong way. But this is the path toward the church, so it's in the right direction, but I swear the church is farther away than that. Maybe it's just that direction? Because let's see here. Yeah, the church is definitely farther away. No, that's clearly Charlie Sheen. Or so people keep saying when they're on their playthroughs. I sort of see it, but not nearly as much as people seem to keep saying, oh my gosh, now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Alright, let's wrap this up, and then we'll be closing out the chapter here.
South. Far south.
And what's there?
Not Corel, that's what. Now step on it.
Very well, south it is. Hold on to your hats.
So, we'll pick this up with the next set of videos. So, this was rough going through. I mean, like, the first time, it's, yeah, whether you know Barrett's backstory or whether it's all fresh to you, I don't think it matters. It's a heavy sequence to make it through, and I think they did a masterful job telling it. There's not a whole lot mystery lore-wise in this section of the game. I think there's, you know, lore-wise and knowing more about the character backgrounds, you know, and even down to the little stuff like knowing about Barrett's dog tags, which I literally only just learned today, but or last night, I think. Anyway, but yeah, so hopefully there still was enough in this series to entertain, maybe some new info, some new ideas. By all means, please throw some comments down and let me know what you thought. And if you have anything that you think I missed here, please let me know. I want people to tell me what they saw that I missed, or if they disagree with my interpretation of certain things, especially like some of the predictions, for instance. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Please leave a like on all the videos in the series. Subscribe if you are not already a member of the channel, just so you get notifications for when new content comes out. And hope to see you in future videos. Hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks.